Well, thank you all so much for being here on this Friday. It's actually Saturday. My videos, I had some spotty internet and it was like, it sounded terrible. So, I didn't post those. And so now I'm here today. I'm going to go through all 10 of these questions with you, just because they're I like them. They're good. But we have not talked about the absolute value. And so I'm going to give you the answers and go over this with you. So thank you for watching the video. You might have this as a split screen where you hit control bracket. And what that does is when you do control bracket, it shrinks your screen to be half. And then you can watch this video and then have your assignment like pulled out to the side. And you can do two things at once where you're working on the assignment and watching the video at the same time. So you would have the Friday video up and then your assignment over here. Control bracket does that. Your screen does have to be on minimize, so it does have to be on minimize in order to, it's actually this one because where mine's on half. See, all right, so it has to be on this button. So you have to put it on that button. And then now it's half the size. All right. And I just took my thing and I dragged it over. My son showed me how to do this. I had no idea. So I seem techie, but I'm really not. I'm just learning right along with everybody else. So we want to know, is B greater than D? And that is false because B is further to the left of D. So this is a false statement. So we're going to put in false because B is actually less than D. -3 is less than 2. Number 2, this symbol means how far is B away from 0? Remember, mathematicians don't like to write. And so they made up how far is -3 from 0. That's called the absolute value. So that absolute value of -3 is 3 because it's 3 spaces. And this is like Monopoly. 1, 2, 3. So it's 3 spaces away from 0. The absolute value of 2 is 2 spaces away from 0. So actually, in this case, the absolute value of -3 is greater than the absolute value of 2. The next one says, does the absolute value of C equal to the absolute value of D? So that is true because -2 is the same number of spaces away from 0 as +2. See why we're going over this together? All right, so that is true. The next one, D plus E is 8. And the absolute value of 8 is 8, not -8. So this one is false. It's a little tough. We haven't even talked about absolute value, so I apologize for this assignment because I think it's tough. Tara has $2. She earns $8 mowing lawns and spends $8 on a movie ticket. Point D represents how much money she has now. So sure, she has $2 and she earns 8, so that gives her 10. And then she spends 8, so we're going to take away 8, and so that leaves her with 2. So she does have $2 left. So that one was true. A and E, A at -8 and E are considered opposites because one is positive and one is negative. That's actually false. They're not the same distance away from 0. So they don't have the same absolute value. Remember, to be opposites, the opposite of A would be 8. So A and F would be considered opposites, but not A and E. Does that make sense? C and D are considered opposites because one is negative and the other is positive, and they have the same absolute value, meaning they have the same distance away from 0. So that statement is true. This is a good idea. This one says -8, A is -8, plus F plus 8 is 0. And that's true. We want to make a 0 pair throughout this school year, and so at different times. So that is a true statement. The absolute value of A, that means how far is A away from 0? So that's 8 spaces away from 0, plus the absolute value of 6 is 6. And is 8 plus 6 14? Yes, that is a true statement. Absolute value means how far is a number away from 0. Sean owes Kim $3, so he's -3. He borrows $4 more to go to lunch. Now he owes $7 to people. He finds $5 in the parking lot, which he uses to pay back Kim. Point B represents Sean's amount of money that he still owes. Well, no, Sean would be, all right, so Sean owes Kim $3. He borrows $4 more to go to lunch, so he's -7. Sean finds $5 in the parking lot. That puts him, so he was at -7, and then he finds $5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would be false. Sean does not have, doesn't owe $3 now. He just owes 2. So that is a false statement. So there's your answers. False, false, true, true, false, true, false, true, 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 false. All right. Thanks for watching this video. You should get a perfect score on this one, and I hope to see you soon. I hope you are well. You're in my thoughts, and I surely miss you. All right. I'll see you soon.